The clash between Trevin Giles and Dricus Du Plessis is rumored to take place in March, so I expect this fight is going to come to fruition. And Trevin Giles, well, he is a very strong fighter with a score of 13-2. In his UFC score is 4-2, with KO wins over James Bochnovich, Antonio Braga Neto, stoppage against Bevan Lewis, split decision win over James Crozet, and submission losses to Zach Cummings and Gerald Merchant. He really did well, and looking back at his score, he's actually very good with submissions. I can say the problem is pretty much comfortable fighter everywhere. Brown belt in BJJ, 6 foot tall, his reach is 74 inches. Now he's gonna meet Dricus Du Plessis, the former KSW welterweight champion, who TKO'd Roberto Soldic, then lost to the same opponent via KO. And at KSW, he then returned to middleweight and defeated Joelton Santos. EFC, he defeated Brandon Lazar. And surprisingly, he turned the lights out on Marcus Perez. This guy, Dricus Du Plessis, is very skillful with ground game, but he's also pretty much comfortable everywhere. You know, he only has one submission loss, and he's second-degree black belt in kickboxing, but interestingly, the majority of his victories happened, believe it or not, via submission. And this Steel Knox is a South African fighter, very much great submission knowledge. He is the former EFC middleweight welterweight champion. And he submitted so many guys, especially with that rear naked choke, guillotine choke. So just don't give him your neck. I mean, this is the clash of two fighters, very skillful, very comfortable everywhere. 6'1" is Du Plessis, 76 inches, which means he is going to have a reach advantage, which might be critical, you know, because Trevin Giles is very good in close range fighting, but when it comes to long range fighting, I think Dricus Du Plessis is going to have massive advantage here. When it comes to cardio, well, looking back at this parameter, I honestly don't know how's Dricus Du Plessis when it comes to cardio, because he finished all of his games within the distance, and Trevin Giles fought to decision only twice, so I predict this is going to be a barn burner. I think somebody is gonna get knocked out here. I'm going to give a very slight advantage to Dricus Du Plessis, but this is going to be a war, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a war.